Good morning. Good morning. I'm just gonna get some code on screen and jump into the software dev category. I'm a mess this morning, chat room. Might have to have a coffee. How many closures are we scripting today? 1. Anything more would be wildly unfashionable. Also, I'm very tired this morning, sort of. So I wanted to try and add like nameplates above players here. Just have a little Pixie.js container here. Little Pixie.js text there. Easy. Also, I should try and figure out why the clock doesn't work. Cooked confirmed. I am cooked. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. What do I do for a living? I am a freelance software developer and consultant. That's currently how I pay my dollar bills. Oh man, I gotta fix the clock. It's driving me crazy. I don't know why the clock won't work. I wonder if the game server updates 10 frames per second, could it maybe possibly be I need to do client-side prediction for the clock as well? Client-side predict everything. No, you only client-side predict stuff relative to the player. Everything else is interpolated. Interpolated. I basically stole someone's config and now it's my config. Easy. Janet. Annie. Jeez. Just like you. I have Riz. I can flirt with anybody. Come on. I know you liked it. Oh gosh. This is my problem. So the whole deadpan delivery thing. Anything that I think is not funny, people think is funny. And then whatever I think is funny is not funny. Alright, character. Okay. Get your graphics in here. We'll just be like, add child. Graphics. Nom. Add child. Graphics. Character. And then we probably don't need this anymore. Alright, let's see if it worked. No. No, it did not. It really didn't work for some reason. Oh, I see, I see. That's why it didn't work. Okay, that's something. Oh my goodness. That's a few somethings. That's actually awesome. Set? See me cook in here? Why is there a general dislike for VS Code? Because of Microsoft, basically. So the problem with Microsoft, bro, let me tell you a story about Microsoft, okay? They do this thing, and it's called... What's the word I'm looking for? It's the 3 E's. I'm trying to remember the other E. I remember embrace and extinguish. What's the other one? Why can't I remember it? Oh my god. I need to start sleeping more. Extend. Yes! Embrace, extend, extinguish. Basically, that's what Microsoft does. And that's why everybody was like freaked out when they added like Windows subsystem for Linux, but it should really be called Linux subsystem for Windows, because Linux is the subsystem in this case. Anyways, everybody freaked out when that happened. -16. Easy, right? Oh my god, it worked. Oh my god. Let's try and center it a bit, maybe. Too much. I consider that an ad. Same with, do you want to install this extension? Well, this looks pretty good for the name Janet. Oh snap, why are we colliding so hard right now? What the heck happened? That was weird. So the names don't collide, that's good, sort of. What is happening? Is it just the normal server reconciliation? It must just get a little more wonky with each entity added. That is a horrible font for this as well. Looks like the simulation locked up, yo. Start over. We're talking about VS Code. What do we do when this happens? Oh, we just make bank. That's what happens. That's what we do, kitty cat. Use VS Code for a year. Oh god, yeah, the alternative, like, the extensions for different key bindings in VS Code, this is such a great point, Judy. The extensions for other key bindings in VS Code is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I could not get the Emacs one to work whatsoever. Goland, like, IntelliJ does this really well. They just have them preloaded. Emacs key bindings work out of the box with like JetBrains IDEs, which I very much like. Oh, it's slow. The server's freaking out. We're getting client side predicted here. Oof. My god, that occasional hitching is brutal sometimes. I gotta fix that. I gotta move to a fixed rate render and time step instead of because right now I have like a fixed time step and variable render. It's supposed to target like, I think 60 frames per second, but sometimes we get like 61 or 65. Server frame, we should have 6 frames on the client, but sometimes there's 7 or even 8 frames, and then the server needs to reconcile, or the client needs to reconcile with the server. I mean, it's a terrible font for this nameplate, but maybe it should be something else. Menlo worked, actually, surprisingly. I'm gonna stick with Kenny Pixel for now. Keys. Player name. See that? Now we're cooking. We're coding, yo. Anybody that says I don't code, you're wrong. Okay, so here's what I was thinking. Homes. So obviously we're gonna pass the name in right here. Here, I have an idea. Player name, or as a default, we will have player. Lovely. How do you do, fellow players? Oh wait, no, that doesn't work, actually. Because the name has to come from... Yeah, so it should just be player as default. Because the player has to live on the server if it's going to be communicated to other people. So it really can't be here. Well, I probably could. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But largely, it needs to exist up here, and then upon rendering the graphics components, I have to set the player name in here. Basically like, oh, that's gonna be so annoying. So go to, so I was just gonna add another game state. I have play state here, right? I was just gonna take this, not this, but specifically, but I was gonna make another game state, one of these doodads, called the start state, which would have some kind of text input field. Not sure how that would work. And then players would be like, enter. For now, until I like create an actual login and stuff. I mean, I could do a database username and password type thing. You know what the best pickup line is ever? And it has to be done in person. Are you gay? Perfect. Works every time. I think I've used that line like 3 times to just meet strangers in the bar. You know, it's the perfect pickup line. Because guys would be like, no, why would you think that? Be like, oh, I don't know, blah, 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 whatever reason. Make something up, right? But then now you're chatting. Now you're talking, right? So I was thinking I was going to make a starting state that would take the player's name and then transition to the play state to start the game. And I could just put the player's name in here somewhere. Oh, fuck. As you can see, we're making great progress today on the game because players have name plates called player. Now the real question is, do I want to do a web page to log in? Do I want to use actual like DOM elements? Or do I want to try and create a UI? The problem with DOM elements is they're kind of like hard to make work with my like game engine. Oh god, I had a sneeze and then it went away. Oh god, that's brutal. Trying to hit the Vapo stick, but it's not working. Hang on, I need to blow my nose now. Oh. I gotta go, unfortunately. I have to get this stuff done because somebody just made a work for me, even though I didn't want it. Hi, Underwear Thief. Bye, Underwear Thief. Bye, Nail Pointer. Bye, Footlong. Bye, Judy. Bye, TanerX. Bye, Nora. Nora's gone. Bye, YouTube. Bye.